Netanyahu is a very, very experienced leader with very good judgment. He is very prudent with the use of force. I think there was once one columnist called him a trigger-happy prime minister. That is ridiculous. In fact, people who have followed Israeli prime ministers historically know that he is the least trigger-happy prime minister that Israel has ever had. He is very cautious with the use of force, and when he uses it, he wants to use it wisely, and he wants to do it to ensure that he's doing something critical for Israel's security. He is now the second longest-serving prime minister in Israel's history, only after Ben-Gurion. And I believe, like Ben-Gurion, that when push comes to shove, he will take stands against all the pressure in the world. He will do what is necessary in order to protect Israel. The bulk of the American people stand firmly with Israel. I think they identify with Israel. I think if you look historically, there was a big change after 9/11. I'm sure that after the bombing, the tragic bombing in Boston, I believe that people will identify more with Israel's struggle against terror, and I think we can maintain that support. I think there's strong bipartisan support in the United States for Israel. I think it's a critical asset for Israel that support remain bipartisan, and I believe there's been very important things that the President has done for Israel in these last 4 years, and I can tell you someone who's been inside. There is very good security cooperation, very good intelligence cooperation. In my view, Fayyad was the first Palestinian leader in a century who cared about the Palestinians. There's been many Palestinian leaders who care about the Palestinian cause, but Fayyad is the first to actually care about the Palestinians. And from that point of view, not because he's a Zionist, from that point of view, I think he was a peace partner because he wants a better life for them. Any Palestinian leader who wants a better life for Palestinians will want to make peace with Israel. Which means we have to try to remove as many non-strategic issues off the agenda as possible, even when those decisions are hard. And I would encourage you to see the decision that Israel made in the ceasefire in Gaza, and also the recent decision that Israel made in Turkey, with the reconciliation with Turkey, in that light. And no one is under any illusions about the Turkish government. But if we can remove something from the agenda, take half of it off the plate with a minimal price, then that's a decision that we have to make. It's a tough decision to make, but that's why you have a prime minister to make those decisions.